Here we are, folks. The breach era is upon us. The contract came out this morning, upon this video's release at least, and I'm here to take a look at it and break down the lyrics to try and figure out both the song's meaning and the potential lore stuffs that most likely are within the song. This song is ripe and full of lore and interesting lyrics to dissect. It starts off with the lyrics, "I check the doors, check the windows, and pull the blinds. I check the clock, wondering what he'll pull this time. I have a feeling that necromancer's outside, and I'm just trying to stay quiet." In the lore sense, this seems to be talking about how Clancy constantly checks his surroundings for the bishops out of fear of getting caught or captured. The necromancer could be referring to Nico in this sense. The definition of the word necromancer is a person who practices magic or sorcery, a magician or a wizard of sorts. This fits the description of the bishops and Nico due to their hijacking of a religion and using magical powers, quote-unquote if you will, to practice and use vialism. It's been established that Nico and the bishops are meant to represent Tyler's negative thoughts and demons, so this song seems to be driving the idea of hiding from your demons in a way. Staying quiet is an interesting phrase here. Clancy hasn't really stayed quiet lately in the lore, considering in the Paladin Straight music video and throughout a few of the letters, he literally climbed the towers in Dema to confront the bishops and what looks like he killed what remained of the bishops. I believe that lyrically this ties more to the sense of I stay quiet because I'm afraid my mental health problems are showing themselves again, and I'd rather hide and be quiet because I don't want to make them come back to me, I guess, in a way. Hence the checking the windows and the blinds metaphors, because most people would be on high alert if they've had to deal with those sort of things, and sometimes you just want to hide from them or stay quiet because you don't want to bring them back up and have to deal with that stuff all over again. After this first piece, it's followed up with, "I don't sleep much, that's crazy, how'd you know that? I keep myself up, that's maybe how you know that. Promises and contracts I used to keep. I don't sleep much, that's crazy, how'd you know that? I keep myself up, that's maybe how you know that. My hallucinations I used to see." This seems pretty straightforward in my eyes. Tyler is saying that he can't sleep, and where else was this mentioned? Routines in the night. It's a callback to the idea that he stays awake because of his problems and mental health battles, and it's becoming more obvious to his demons because they always attack him when he's at his lowest, which in this case could be when he's awake in the early hours of the night. Nico always grabbed Clancy when he least expected it, in at least the Levitate music video, which is like when our mental health can dip when we least expect it to, so I feel like that's the correlation here between the lyrics and the more, like the mental health mantra that he usually tackles, especially in his later music. "Promises and contracts I used to keep" is an interesting line. Maybe he's speaking on regrets because of promises he can no longer keep, deals that he made with people that he can't hold up anymore due to his mental health issues. A lot of the times when people are depressed or in some sort of distress, they often forget to do things, or consistent practices in their life fall out of order due to deterioration of their mental health. In a lore sense, I'm pretty sure Clancy is speaking on his friendship with the Torchbearer and the Banditos. He's supposedly on their side, but with Nico in his mind, things might be starting to change. Maybe the whole Clancy is becoming a bishop theory is a lot more likely than we first thought. The next lyrics are a small rap section. "Wake up and I find out, did it change up? Wait, did it change up? Is it light out yet? Better find out. I'ma walk around the edge of the room and the place, my bed where I hide my face, pace around, better to try to breathe, pace around, pace around." This is a very interesting segment. Change up could be referring to a change in his mental health or also his mood in general due to his supposed lack of sleep. "Is it light out yet?" makes it seem as if he's been awake for hours, unsure if the sun has risen or not. Oftentimes, those who struggle with mental health also have trouble telling time when not in direct contact with any sort of clock, so this could be showing that Tyler has gone through the same troubles. "I'ma walk around the edge of the room and the bed where I hide my face, pace around, better try to breathe, pace around, pace around." This part is especially interesting to me because I feel like it could mean anything. It could be a metaphor for his mind, as we've seen in Redecorate in the past. He's mentioned the idea of a room being someone's mind. The edges of his mind are possibly the hardest parts for the bishops to access maybe, so he's using that as his way of breaking out of Nico's control. Better try to breathe could be him fighting for control over Nico. I feel like this specific session could go a lot deeper in terms of the lore, or there could be a lot more tie-ins here than I'm actually realizing, but that's what I see out of it. And then we have the section that goes, "I want to get out of there, but I don't try. I want to get out of there, but I don't try. I used to see, it felt so real, but now I plead, just take the deal. I promised you a contract." I want to get out of there, but I don't try could be saying that Clancy is really trying to regain control, but he's not trying hard enough, maybe. In a lyrical sense, I feel like this could be saying that Tyler wishes he could get out there more. In essence, he's basically wishing he could speak out more or try to distance himself in a way from his mental health problems. He never does try to get out more or get away from the potential things that cause these issues, which is why he's in a cycle or a routines in the night. Potentially, maybe that's the tie-in here. I'm not entirely sure. I used to see it felt so real, but now I plead, just take the deal. I promise you a contract. This part honestly feels like it has so much lore coded into it, but I'm not entirely sure what he could be saying here. But now I plead, just take the deal sounds like something Nico would say, not Clancy. Unless they had some sort of other conversations we aren't aware of, what deal could Clancy have offered to Nico? What could they have spoken about? There's also a very high chance that this is Nico speaking through Tyler because Nico is in Tyler's mind, at least that's what it looks like because of the music video. Nico could be bargaining with him to become a bishop. Maybe he's asking him one last time before his inevitable loss comes to fruition. It really is an interesting song, and the lore could go pretty much anywhere from here. We truly are in for a ride, a good one at that.